So if you watch his channel for a while, you know that Daddy from time to time likes to put a jelly bean or two on the outcome of sporting events. I almost said professional sporting events, but that's not true. I love college football. But with the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, a team that's obviously near and dear to my heart, it's a way that I could say, hey, we won. Where people say, talk about their favorite team and just say, hey, we won. It's like, oh, you were on the team? You got a turd in your pocket? Something like that. But hey, when the Vikings win, we win. Even when the Vikings lose in previous years, they still cover the spread. We win. That's right. So also, sports betting is a place where I do not mind if the Vikings get disrespected, because give me all the points possible. Give me as juicy of a money line as possible. I'm okay with that. In fact, hey, I think the Vikings should have been 21-point underdogs against the Bills. I mean, who knows? Who really knows? But I love that the Vikings opened as 7.5-point dogs against the Bills, went in there and won. The money line was nice. It was nice. So you were thinking, after this went down week 10, Vikings beat the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the league, one of the best defenses in the National Football League, a 17-point third quarter come from behind win in overtime in miraculous fashion in their building. And then the Cowboys pissed away a 14-point lead, as only Mike McCarthy can, and then gave it away now to the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. You were thinking, okay, you have an 8-1 team who's going to be at home, who has all the momentum in the world, hosting a 6-3 team who just gave away one of the worst losses of the season. You would think that, hey, given the way that the standings are, the Vikings tied for the best record in the National Football League, the Cowboys, maybe not so much, that the Vikings would be significant favorites at home against the Cowboys Week 11, Sunday, historic U.S. Bank Stadium in the late window. CBS Sports, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, nope. What was amazing is that the Cowboys opened as 2-point favorites. 2-point favorites on the road. The 6-3 Cowboys, 2-point favorites on the road against the 8-1 Vikings. And it's been bet down now. Cowboys are -1. I think it'll probably be pick 'em by the time the game kicks off. But that's just amazing. That's just absolutely amazing and astonishing, man. And you know what it is? Because the betting market, I mean, they always say that, the Vegas always gets it right, all that stuff. I think that's a little bit more cognitive dissonance. But what Vegas is really good at is, what the handicappers, like the handicappers know or actually have a good estimation of how the game is going to play out, right? But then they set the line how they think that the money is going to come in. And you look at national fan bases, you look at teams like the Cowboys or the Patriots or even the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers or the Steelers to a degree from back in the day, that where a lot of national fandom, a lot of fans are going to put money on their team no matter what. Like, hey, I mean, the Cowboys could have been -3 in this spot and Cowboys fans would take it because, like, this is our year. This is our year. So they factor that in. But here's what the opening line of Dallas -2 says. So in the NFL, the rule of thumb is home field advantage is worth 3 points. Now, it's debatable if that's still true nowadays, but that's what we're going to go with. So they're basically saying that if the Cowboys and the Vikings played at a neutral site, that the Cowboys will be 5-point favorites, because you got that 3 at home, and then the Cowboys overcome that and are also 2-point favorites on top of that. So they're saying that the Cowboys would be favorites by 5 points, which I certainly do not agree with. I mean, even, purple rose-colored glasses, whatever. I mean, you cannot tell me that the Cowboys are a better team than the Vikings. You just can't. So there's other things at play here. Maybe they factor in, the Vikings coming off an emotional win. Sure, the Cowboys coming off an emotional loss. And in the NFL, teams generally bounce back from getting embarrassed. It's just what happens, right? So maybe they're factoring that in. But I think what it is more is the national, the Cowboys brand, where it's like they're going to go heavy on that side. And even though the Vikings should and could win outright, the fact that Dallas is going to be taking a bath here, I mean, I think the books are all for that. So, like I said, I do not mind when the Vikings are disrespected when it comes to the sports books, because shut up and take my money. That's right. That's why I took the Vikings plus 7.5 against the Bills. That's why I vacuumed up the Cowboys +2. Also, I took the Vikings money line was plus 102. So, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Plus, I actually think that the over is going to hit on this. But I also like doing a little juicy thing. So I found a spot where it was still Dallas -2, so Vikings +2, and doing a 6-point teaser. So now I have Vikings +8, which is pretty significant, which is over the 7. 7-3 are the most common margins of victory. And then also got the over 42. So Daddy is liking it right now. So I mean, again, entertainment purposes only, putting a jelly bean on things, but this is just more of a thing as opposed to actually getting pissed off by the disrespect. Like I said, I'll take all the disrespect piles. Hell, I think the Cowboys should be 9-point favorites. How about 10.5? How about that, man? But your thoughts are thoughts. Cowboys somehow are favorites on the road against the 8-1 Vikings. Okay. Let us know your thoughts or our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.